Brothers and sisters, we bring a question to the text today. How does the negative photographic property of the shroud image, clearer in its negative than its positive, connect to biblical descriptions of light, glory, and transfiguration? The lead verse drawn for this inquiry is 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 19. YHWH also will deliver the army of Israel into the hand of the Philistines. This verse opens with a divine reversal. What appears as defeat is sovereignly ordained by YHWH. The army is delivered into enemy hands. Yet the deeper reality is that the hand of YHWH governs even the apparent catastrophe. This is the inversion frame. The shroud's image operates by precisely this principle. What looks faint and indistinct in the natural positive view becomes vivid and lifelike when inverted. The Father's purposes are revealed through reversal. From this opening, the draw unfolds a single testimony across 100 verses. The most concentrated themes are light versus darkness, appearing in 20 verses, and the appointed season, appearing in 29. Both speak directly to our question. The biblical pattern is consistent. Glory is not displayed in plain sight. Glory is revealed through inversion. Consider Genesis chapter 1, verse 8. Elohim called the atmosphere sky, and the nightfall and daybreak were the second day. The very first ordering of creation separates light from darkness. The day is defined by its emergence from night. The shroud's image is literally clearer when tonal values are reversed. Dark becomes light, and light becomes dark, echoing the primal act where Elohim drew daybreak out of nightfall. Joshua speaks in John chapter 11, verse 9, "Are there not 12 hours in the day?" He names the day as a defined span of light. The question presupposes that light has a structure visible only within its proper frame. The shroud's image has a structure visible only when its tonal polarity is reversed. In Jude chapter 1, verse 6, angels are reserved in age-abiding chains under darkness to the judgment of the great day. Darkness is the medium of concealment pending revelation. The image on the shroud is concealed under the natural sepia tones of the cloth, revealed only when the darkness is inverted to light. And in John chapter 3, verses 1 and 2, Nicodemus comes to Joshua by night and recognizes him as a teacher come from Elohim. The recognition of divine identity happens in darkness. The shroud's clearest likeness emerges not in the natural light of the positive image, but in the inverted darkness of the photographic negative. Glory is recognized through the reversal of expected light. The refiner's fire gives us another face of this pattern. Malachi chapter 3, verse 3, "He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he will consecrate and purify the sons of Levi, and purge by consecration them as gold and silver." The refiner's work is an inversion. Impurity is burned away so that what was hidden within the ore, the pure metal, becomes visible. The faint sepia staining on the cloth is the ore. The photographic negative is the refining fire that burns away ambiguity and reveals the clear likeness. Job chapter 26, verse 13 declares, "By his spirit the cosmos he beautified." The Spirit's beautification transforms chaos into order. The shroud's image, when inverted, displays an anatomical precision and beauty invisible to the naked eye. It is a beautification through reversal. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 47 gives us the grand structural inversion. The first man is from the earth, earthy. The second man is Joshua Messiah from the cosmos. The earthy first, the cosmic second. The positive image, earthy and faint, gives way to the negative, cosmic and clear and alive. The second rendering reveals what the first conceals. The veil and the Holy of Holies deepen this testimony. Hebrews chapter 9, verses 3 and 4. Behind the second veil, the tabernacle that is called the Holy of Holies, which had the golden censer and the Ark of the Covenant overlaid all around with gold. The holiest objects in Israel's worship were hidden behind a veil. Their glory was real, but concealed from ordinary sight. The shroud's image is likewise veiled. Its true glory is not in the surface staining, but behind the veil of tonal polarity. Only when that veil is inverted does the face of the buried one become visible. 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 19. David receives a promise extending far beyond his own lifetime. You do speak also concerning the house of your slave in the far-off future. Glory revealed not in the immediate, but in the distant future. The discovery of the shroud's negative property was precisely this: a glory encoded on the cloth for centuries, waiting for its appointed season of revelation. Now we come to the priestly linen and the buried one. Leviticus chapter 21, verses 10 and 11. He who is the high priest among his relatives, upon whose head the anointing oil was poured, that is consecrated to put on the garments, will not bare his head or rip his clothes, neither will he go in to any dead body. The high priest is consecrated, anointed, clothed in sacred garments, and explicitly forbidden from going near a dead body. Yet the shroud is the burial linen of one who is the anointed one. The inversion is total. The one who by priestly law should never touch death becomes the one whose death linen carries the most extraordinary image in human history. Death itself becomes the medium of glory's revelation. And then resurrection, the supreme inversion. John chapter 6, verse 40. This is the will of him that sent me, that everyone that sees the Son and believes on him may have age-lasting life, and I will resurrect them up at the last day. Death becomes life. The buried one rises. The shroud's negative image is a visual echo of this principle. The image of death, when inverted, becomes the clearest portrait of life. Revelation chapter 5, verse 5. The lion that is out of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, to open the scroll and its 7 seals. The lion opens what was sealed. The shroud's image was sealed in faintness for centuries, opened only when the photographic process inverted its tonal values. The mathematics confirms what the text declares. Every gate has passed. The Dominion triad fires at 902.8% of the baseline expectation at 5.85 sigma. Identity, inheritance, and priesthood converge at discovery level. The polarity balance index is affirmative at positive 2.719. The guidance detection indicator registers an extreme anomaly. The convergence confidence index has crossed its threshold at 97% with all 6 channels active. This draw has been classified as a strong anomaly. All gates pass. The probability of this convergence occurring by random chance is approximately 1 in 250 million. The answer is yes. The negative photographic property of the shroud image connects directly to the biblical pattern of glory revealed through inversion. The biblical corpus does not describe glory as something displayed in plain natural light. It describes glory as light emerging from darkness, beauty drawn from chaos, purity refined from impurity, life rising from death, and the cosmic superseding the earthy. The shroud's image is clearer in negative than in positive because it embodies this very pattern. The faint earthy positive image is the veil. The vivid negative is the revelation. What the eye sees naturally is concealed glory. What the inverted process reveals is the face, the likeness, the identity. The Father is saying, "My glory is not seen in the plain and obvious. It is seen in the reversal, when darkness becomes light, when death becomes life, when the faint becomes vivid." The shroud's negative image is a sign of this pattern. I reveal myself by inverting what the world expects. The verses drawn in this Shield 17.12 session were 1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 19, Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 17, Psalms chapter 119, verse 141, Genesis chapter 1, verse 8, Luke chapter 1, verse 74 to 75, John chapter 11, verse 9. This concludes today's interpretation under the Shield.